So this news has gotten the Dragon Ball Xenoverse fan base community upset, and rightfully so. The article here, or the background of this, says in recent interview, producer Hara, and that's Daisuki Hara, who was also the producer for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, is now over working on Dragon Ball The Breakers. Reveals that Dragon Ball The Breakers has been in works for around 3 years. Okay. He further reveals that there is no plan to support cross-platform and cross saves yet. And people are already taking this as that cross-platform won't happen. I find that hard to believe. But guys, you always want to read the full interview to get the full context. So going over to the interview, Dragon Ball The Breakers and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 share the same universe. So many realize, okay, we back, man. Let me go back up to the top. I'm sorry, y'all. In Dragon Ball games, people are likely used to playing as Saiyans. They'll face the series larger than life enemies. Blase, blase. He's just giving a background on the game. But the interviewer asked, when did work begin on Dragon Ball The Breakers? He replied, including the conceptual period. I would say that the game has been in development for around 3 years. So even, it's not even a full 3 years. In the conceptual period, some people don't count that as development. Some people do. But even given that, it's been in development for at least 2 years. We could say for sure 2 years. This has upset a lot of people because Dimps is the one that's developing the game. And they also develop Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And people feel they could have spent that time making a new Xenoverse game. But guys, here's the thing. As long as y'all are still buying DLC and talking about DLC for Xenoverse 2, there is no reason for them to make a Xenoverse 3. You get what I'm saying? As long as you're buying DLC that they're putting out and people, you know what I'm saying? You got to think of this from a business standpoint. It's cheaper for them to put out characters that still makes them, it nets them millions of dollars in profit than it is to develop a completely new game. So heck, if people still buying my DLC like that, I'm gonna keep putting it out too. You see, I'm gonna stretch it for as long as I can. They said, how will Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 story assets and gameplay feature in an influenced Dragon Ball The Breakers? And they said Dragon Ball The Breakers and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 share the same universe. So many may realize that there are links between these two titles in terms of background story and assets. We cannot inform in detail at the moment, but there will be save data link among these two titles, so wait for more details in the future. This game reminds me, remember how the Budokai Tenkaichi series was going? How awesome that was? And then all of a sudden they came out with Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. And it was like, what in the world is this? Kind of reminds me of this. While Ultimate Tenkaichi had some promise, it had some really good things in it as far as character. The first time I was seeing character creation and stuff like that. Heck, even in Ultimate Tenkaichi, when you transform Saiyans, if you picked a certain ones, your hair would change when you transform. We don't even get that in Xenoverse, dude. That's bad. But anyway, they share the same universe. It's the same stuff. You even have time patrollers in here. The fact that they've been working on this for 2 years, guys, is... I'm telling y'all, I've been telling y'all for a long time, ain't no Xenoverse 3 coming anytime soon. There is no and because too, you have to understand what would be the storyline for Xenoverse 3. They've already told Dragon Ball Super in Xenoverse 2. You know, I don't see a new Xenoverse 3 game. What I see is a new Super Dragon Ball Heroes fighting game. Not like the cards thing on Nintendo Switch. No, I'm talking Dragon Ball Super Heroes. I would see that come. That would, in my opinion, be quote unquote the next Xenoverse 3. But he says to wait for more details in the future. He says, what kind of support do you expect to offer for Dragon Ball The Breakers? And how do you expect the roadmap for it to look like? How often could people see new characters? He said it's a little early to talk about the upcoming plans at the moment. Please stay tuned for more updates. So guys, this is the same producer. He uses the same language. Remember when we broke down the Kakarot video? So I'm telling you right now, there's going to be more characters. There's going to be a roadmap. If you're looking at the struggle of humans versus super powerful beings, you already know Frieza, Majin Buu, and Cell are confirmed. But what you could pretty much, I would be surprised if they didn't put Goku Black, if they didn't put Broly, Janemba, or, people like that. So they're coming. They're coming. He says, what were some of the biggest influences when developing Dragon Ball The Breakers, both in terms of Dragon Ball and in other asymmetrical games? And he says here, although the game does take the form of an asymmetrical game, the main focus for Dragon Ball The Breakers was to express an overwhelming power difference between characters with superpower and normal human beings in a very Dragon Ball-like way. Guys, excuse my language, but who the freak, I was going to drop the F-bomb, who the heck asked for that? Now, I get the asymmetrical games. There is an audience for it. And I do like that Bandai is trying to do some different things. But it's like, bro, the fan base is telling you what type of game they want. And this is clearly not it. Even in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, we've told them exactly what we want. We still have a chance to get those things in the future. But even people have been begging for a Xenoverse 3. That is money on the table. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like Bandai, I wonder who sits at the table. Like clearly Bandai is a Japanese company and we get Western adaptations of these games. That's what we're seeing. But there's no representation. Maybe people in Japan like different things than we do here. You see what I'm saying? But that doesn't stop Bandai US. Like Bandai from, hey, these people in the West want this. Who's bringing what we want to the table, man? He says, so I have to say the biggest influences were the scenes in the Dragon Ball universe that represented this concept, such as the scene where Bulma was hiding from the enemies on Planet Namek, or where the civilians were absorbed by Cell in Ginger Town, or Majin Buu, or Goku Black, or, So you can kind of see where this game is going. Will Dragon Ball The Breakers support cross-platform play and cross-platform save? If not, is that a feature you might consider in the future? He says there is no plan to support cross-platform and cross-save keyword at the moment. Because that's something I feel like that's going to come later on. A game like this is, in my personal opinion, just me being honest, if they want this game to be successful, they're going to have to put in cross-platform play. Because games like this are fun, don't get me wrong. They're fun when you play with a group of friends and you're able to talk and communicate and things like that. However, even that doesn't last long. Okay? And it makes it better. You increase that when you deal with cross-platform. But guys, cross-platform is very difficult to implement in a game like this because of being able to communicate with other people. Like you have to do like Discord. Think of like Destiny, perfect example. Destiny is great with cross-platform. There's more people to play with, but when you're trying to communicate with those people, you can use in-game chat, but in-game chat, you deal with a lot of the game noise, and a lot of people don't like that, so they like to do party chats. So but you can't do that with cross-platform, or you'll have to do like Discords and things like that. So I don't know, man. All in all, man, like I said, I'm going to definitely play the game when it comes out. I'm not looking for big things with this title, but the fact that it's been in development for over 2 years, it's scary to me, especially from what we've seen with the beta. This doesn't look like a game that's been in development for 3 years. Game development does take a long time, but let's be honest, guys. A bunch of these assets and character models and things were pulled over from Dragon Ball Xenoverse. So you have to ask yourself, what took so long as far as the development? Or is there more to this game than meets the eye? We'll just have to wait and find out whenever we see more of the game. But as of right now, people aren't happy with them revealing how long the game's been in development. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Got a Kakarot video dropping later today, guys. Something very important that crossed my mind and needs to be discussed. Till next time, y'all, have the best day you can.